Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I'm gonna make this video a little bit different. The gang's all gathered here for this video. So, I wanted to make this video about the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. My thoughts, my reactions, everything's positive. And I really just want to discuss it because I am sick and tired of seeing all the backlash that this trailer has been giving everybody. It's a controversial subject, and I just wanted to point out some things and hopefully clear up some things, but these are all my opinions. And yeah, so let's just discuss. So first of all, I woke up to the trailer in the morning like most people did, and I was super pumped. I was like, oh man, this can't be happening, because I thought for sure that the trailer wouldn't be released anytime soon. And it's of course a teaser trailer. You guys have to remember that it's not official. And so yeah, I watched it and I was blown away. I was in tears and I was screaming because it looked so freaking amazing. It just did. It looked phenomenal. I had no words. I was in tears because of happiness. I couldn't believe it. It was just so exciting to me. And I was just so happy that we got something new from Kingdom Hearts. And there was also another trailer dropped as well for the in-between type of games. It'll be like a mobile phone game. Yeah, so I'm not going to discuss that because it's just a mobile phone game. But the main thing, the topics that people are having an issue with is the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, and that the fact that Sora looks a bit different. And I thought, when I seen Sora, I screamed. I really did. And I said, oh my god, he looks so good. He looks so good. I was so happy. And I couldn't believe the way he looked. I was just I was in awe. I loved it. Loved every bit of it. Loved the little details. We got to see his feet, his amazing hair texture. The graphics have changed drastically for the better, in my opinion. And, of course, I'm not saying for the better, like, oh, it needed to change, but for the better, as in graphics for games have changed over time. People don't realize that. Yes, I know the old art style is great, and we love this Sora and all the characters we have, but the thing is, games have changed over the years. Platformings and etc. have changed, so graphics are going to change along with it and look more realistic. So he's got that realism to him, which I am totally for, and I love it. I'm all for it. And also, I didn't quite understand why people were so up in arms about his new look, because if you played Kingdom Hearts 3, you unlock that secret ending, and if you unlock that secret ending, it gives you a little taste of what Sora may look like in the next game installment. In my opinion, that was giving you a clear idea that the creator of the game, Nomura, sorry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Nomura, he was pretty much saying, hey guys, this is what we're to expect in the next game. This is what he might look like. And of course, it might change because, graphics change. And when I got to unlock that super secret scene, I was like, oh my god, he looks so good then. But then when I saw the trailer for 4, I was like, oh wow. I was like, that's even better. He looks even better than on 3 when they showed how realistic he was gonna look. And also, at the end of 3, in that scene, you clearly tell he's in the real world, which is our world, but not our world, because he's in the afterworld. So he's, I hate to say, guys, he's pretty much dead in the afterworld. So He cannot come back, obviously, but I'm sure there's going to be some way he'll get around it as usual. But people got to realize that this is not... Of course, he's not in the world that he came from, so he's not going to look like an anime character. And besides the point, he's been known to change in other worlds as well. When he went to the Pirates of the Caribbean world, those are real people, and they're in the real-time world, and he looked realistic and real in that world, and people didn't have a problem with that. So I don't understand why people are so up in arms about it, and it's a controversial subject, and I'm just so disappointed in the Kingdom Hearts community at this point that people are getting so angry over one trailer that obviously also, if you look, it says it is in development and not final. So why are we getting so mad about the way he looks when, you know, he can change his appearance. It doesn't matter to me. He's Sora regardless. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that we've grown up with him. And people are saying he looks older as well, which is not necessarily true, because he's only been there, he woke up in that world and he's only been there 7 days, so he hasn't exactly aged over 7 days, so he's probably still 17 at this point, unless he has a birthday, and then he'll be 18 in the next game. But from what we know, he's still only 17, because he didn't age. You don't age in 7 days unless you have a birthday, obviously, which he didn't have, because we don't know his exact birthday, so that's the thing to keep in mind. Also, I wanted to point out my predictions. You remember in a previous video when I did a review of some of these figures, I had predicted that in Kingdom Hearts 3, when you unlock that secret scene, that you, Sora, and Sora are the same person, or live in the same heart, or some sort of thing there. And people are now pointing that out because his appearance in the new game kind of looks like Sora. So people are saying, oh, well, that's Sora. So yeah, I'm pretty for sure my prediction about that was correct. But I don't think that they're the same exact person. I believe that they are residing within the same heart type of deal, like he normally has some kind of connection to this Sora character, because they do look similar, but not enough to be the same exact person. Or it could be Sora in that world. It's not a world, technically. It's another universe. It could be him in another universe, like the parallel universe type of deal, where, you know, you have somebody that looks like you in another world out there in a parallel universe. So that's my take on it. Probably something similar to that, maybe. I'm not sure. And also, things that I noticed in the 4th trailer that some people did not pick up on. The boss fight sequence. Sora has a hard time summoning his Keyblade, I noticed. And I'm a very perceptive person. And I was like, oh dear. And I thought about that too, because I was like, well, he's not exactly in the world that he came from, so Keyblades and Keyblade Wars and etc. and all the lore from the original game should not exist in that realm, but he does have a hard time summoning it, so I think that he's going to have to go through some sort of trials and tribulations to be able to get his powers of the Keyblade back, because in that world it just doesn't exist. And in the 3rd game, Sora mentions, I had to go through some trials to get here. So what are those trials? We don't know. And that's my prediction too, because it's like his trials, what's he talking about? So Sora's probably going to have to do some of those trials and learn how to reuse the Keyblade and summon it, etc. Look at my little Sora, he's so cute. I think that That's what's going to happen there. And I also think, I know people are saying, oh, we want this world and that world in Kingdom Hearts 4. I think we'll have Star Wars. I think we're going to have this or that. I don't think we're going to get Star Wars. I don't think we're going to get any Pixar worlds or Marvel Universe worlds. I don't think we're going to get any of those. And I really hope that we don't, because I don't really care for those franchises as it is. I mean, I cared for them when they weren't by Disney, but now that they're by Disney, it's just not, I don't know, it's just not the same to me. They're just not Disney to me, so I don't really care for them. But I don't think they're going to be in the game. But I also don't think that it's going to be like a normal Kingdom Hearts game where we are going to get like traveling to different worlds on the Gummy Ship and getting to explore those different aspects of different Disney characters and their stories and stuff, reliving those movie moments. I don't think we're going to get that. I think, this is my thought on it, I really believe that we're going to get a two-parter. Like, the first half of the game, we're going to play as Sora, waking up in the Afterworld, which is called Quadratum, by the way. He's going to be there, and we get to play as him for the first half of the game, and we get to learn about that realm, and how it works, and he's going to have to do, like I said, those Keyblade trials type of things to understand why he can't do what he used to be able to do. His memories are not going to be lost like some people think. I don't think he lost his memory. He's not going to have amnesia, but his clothing choices have changed because he's now in the realm of what looks like reality. So of course he's going to have some, he looked like he got some looked like he was wearing some dang what do you call it, Converse, man. He looked like he had some Converse on, which was cool. And I did enjoy his combat skills that he had. Those were pretty cool. Looked like he had some web swinging action like Spider-Man up in here. That was pretty interesting. But he definitely has some new skills, which is awesome. And he's going to be, like I said, I think that he's just going to have a lot of trials to go through in order to accomplish what he needs to accomplish. In the meantime, Donald and Goofy and the rest of the gang are still out there trying to search for him. And as we know, Riku is also searching for Sora, but Kairi has to stay behind because Riku told her to. But Riku knows where Sora is if you play the game. Not in the third game. He knows whereabouts he may be because he's dreaming about him, and he sees these tall buildings where Sora is and stuff, but he doesn't know exact location. So if you play the other Kingdom Hearts game, I can't remember the name of it. It's the musical one where you do all the musical sequences. I can't remember the name off the top of my head now. But that one. There's a scene in that one where you see Riku and Kairi talk to the fairy godmother, and they go to the, that place where Sora was when he was in the in-between, and, they talk to the little, souls that have been lost there, and one of the souls tells Riku that Sora is most likely in Quadratum, and he's like, where's Quadratum? And you know, they explain that, and it's not going to be easy to get there according to the soul. So Riku's on this quest to get to Quadratum. So I do believe that Riku is going to run into Sora in Quadratum, but we will not see Donald or Goofy in that realm. I do not believe that that's ever going to happen. I know people are going, oh, well, they're making a joke and memes about it online about if Donald and Goofy show up in that world, they're going to be an actual duck and a dog. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're just going to be searching these other worlds in the meantime, looking for possible ways to get him back. And also for that fact, like I said, the two-parter thing. So you're going to have the first half of Sora, and then I think the second half, I do think that you'll get to play as Riku and tag along with, later you'll get to tag along with Donald and Goofy and explore those other worlds and ask around to see if anybody knows anything about Sora or where Quadratum might be, etc. And I do believe we'll see more Final Fantasy characters. Maybe we'll get to explore more on that. Some of the characters that are tied into the Quadratum world. Maybe some of the organization members who used to be in the organization, now that they're human, they may have some information. Maybe we'll get to see more of them. But the two-parter thing, I really believe that's going to be a thing where first half is Sora, second half Donald and Goofy, where they're traveling on Gummy Ship by themselves to these other worlds, possibly Riku coming along. One of our friends that we know of will tag along the journey. Maybe possibly Roxas. I doubt that he'll be in the game, but considering he's closest to Sora, you might actually get to play as him again and travel to those other worlds with Donald and Goofy. I'm not really sure. But those other worlds are definitely going to be there, but not in the way that people think. In my opinion. I think it's just going to be like a two-parter type of deal. So yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited for the game. I loved the trailer, everything about it I loved. And also in the end, you can see that Donald and Goofy are searching for something in this dark cavern type of thing, which it is to believe to be the underworld where Hades is at, because we see this blue flame, and who do we know that has blue flaming hair? Oh, the one and only Hades. So he's in there somewhere helping out. I'm not sure where he comes into play, but Donald and Goofy are there. So it's pretty interesting to see how that's going to play out. But everybody is trying to work together to bring Sora home. And I don't know if he's actually going to come home or not. Like, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, he's obviously missed. But the fact that he's in the afterlife, you don't exactly come back from the afterlife. And it's kind of taboo to come back from the afterlife. You can come back as a ghost, probably. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing. But yeah, it's definitely not something that's plausible. So they're either going to have to go to there and stay with Sora, like Riku and Kairi permanently, and leave the others behind, or somehow they're going to end up getting Sora back and defy the laws of the nature and be able to get him back to where he belongs, possibly. But those are my thoughts and predictions. I'm really excited. I also wish that we could see more of these two, you know. I really wish we could see more of Axel and Roxas's relationship, and I also would love to see Dimix and see what he's up to, and Marluxia, etc., etc. And also in the afterlife, in Quadratum, we also see some guys wearing the organization robes. So what is that about? Are they new people, or did some people also end up in that world? It's really unclear as to who these people are. They're kind of like, what it reminds me of is like the Four Horses of the Apocalypse type of thing, where you got this foreboding type of deal, and they're like following him around type of thing. That might be a possibility. Oh, also, Luxord is there somehow. We don't know for sure if it's him, but from what we gather, not just me, but other people have pointed out, when Yusora is in the car and wakes up in the car, if you get the good ending, which is interesting that there was 2 different endings, but if you get the good ending, Yusora gets waken up by his driver, who sounds a lot like Luxord, and he also says that same line to Sora that he says to Yusora. So it's a possibility that Luxord is there somehow. I mean, who knows? He does have the ability to do things, so it's possible that he's there. Also, I think it's really neat that if he is there, he will maybe possibly be able to help Sora in some way, because Sora had told him, let's play again sometime, just as guys. And if you think about it, he's in this new afterlife, and they are just guys now, so he can possibly play a game of cards with him just as guys now. So that's a possibility that might be a little Easter egg type of thing that's going to be in the game. I don't know. But he's connected to Yusora as well, because he's obviously his driver, so he knows some things that maybe no one else knows. I don't know, but he's definitely there. I mean, if you look close enough, like I said, you just have to really pay attention to these little details, but it's fun to speculate what's going to happen. But I would love to see what happens with the other organization members now that they're human, because we never actually see what happens to them after. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. But for the most part, it's going to be really exciting. And also, I wanted to point out, this has nothing to do with 4 per se, but a lot of people hated 3, which I don't understand. I personally loved 3. I thought it was amazing. I know people hated this, but I loved the attractions. I thought those were so fun, because for someone who's never been to Disney, it's fun to see, like, to experience it on a different level, like, feels like you're really there kind of thing, riding the carousel and riding the train and all the different attractions that Disney offers. I thought that was really fun that they put that in there. But and that's just me, of course, but I think it was cool. I really do. I liked it. And I loved the combat style. I thought that was amazing. The different really cool moves that you could do when you transform your Keyblade, and I thought it was just cool. It was just really cool, and I loved watching it every time it happened. Though the presentation of when to use the combat styles was a bit obnoxious, because even out of battle, you could accidentally hit the command button, and it would just like pop up one of the attractions or one of your Keyblade commands, and you don't even want to use them. So that definitely needs to be fixed. But other than that, I totally love the experience of doing all that stuff. And I really hope that Kingdom Hearts 4 brings back the selfie feature. Oh, I love taking selfies. It was so fun and cute. I loved it so much. I would always be like, that was like the main thing that I loved doing in the game. Like, every time I went to a new world, I would see just so much beautiful things with the new graphics that I'd had to take a selfie and be like, okay, time to take a selfie. Time to take a selfie. So I'd always take a selfie. And then I also loved that after you beat the game, you had I don't know if it was just later with the DLC or whatnot, but you had the feature of making your own photos, and you could put all these characters, any of the characters that were in the game, you could put them in different poses, different scenarios. It was just so much fun. I did so many cool photos and cute ones and fun ones to make stories out of, and I even wrote little stories about each of the photos. And they were just fun. You could put Sora with Kairi kissing. You could do Mickey battling Sora. You could do anything you wanted, pretty much. The possibilities were endless on that. I loved that aspect. I really do hope they bring those back. And I really do hope they bring back the hidden Mickeys. That was fun. I loved looking for those. Those were really fun. It was a nice little mini thing to do. I really liked that. I thought it was cute that we got to find, like, hidden Mickeys. Like, as soon as I started the game, I was like, oh, well, there's a hidden Mickey. That's cool. And then you find out that they're actually very, that they actually have a meaning, that you actually have to find them. So, that was fun, tracking all those down and getting the reward after you track those down. So, that was fun. Lots of fun things happened in that game. There really was. Like, there's so much to do. And I've played Kingdom Hearts 3. I already beat it, just recently. Over 100 hours of content for me, over 100 hours played. And that's a lot, considering some people didn't even spend that much time on the game. But I did. I spent a lot of time playing it. So that was really exciting, and enjoying every aspect of that was cool. I mean, it was just really fun. An experience that you have to definitely play for sure if you haven't got the chance. I thought the graphics were amazing in 3. I loved every bit of it. Though, I wish there would have been more worlds. And the only thing I was disappointed in was that the trailer for 3 gave away too much information about the different worlds we would get to go in. That was a bit unfortunate, but other than that, it was fine. And I did enjoy that they actually expanded the worlds. The worlds that they did put in the game, they were very expandable. There was so much to look around and explore in. I love exploration games where you can just do whatever you want. That's the other thing I loved, because you had so much options of exploring. So that was really cool that you got to just explore wherever you wanted, and you can go back to the world and explore. And just, it was just an experience. Like, you got to explore the Frozen world and Arendelle, and got to, meet all the characters and actually just pretty much just do what you want. Like, I just love games where you can just do whatever you want. And I love the little mini games that they added. I do love those. Those were so much fun. I really liked, what was it? Oh, when you got to go to the, Kingdom of Corona for, Rapunzel. That was really fun. The graphics were really pretty in that world. And I loved that we got to, do the little festival of lights, and all that was really cute. And we got to dance at the festival, which was so much fun. I enjoyed the little dances. And I also enjoyed the, swimming underwater. That was a cool feature that they added, being able to swim and actually go under the water and swim. Though the Pirates of the Caribbean world, swimming under the water made no sense to me, because Sora never came up for air, which was kind of weird, because you have to come up for air. Which I thought they would have added that detail in, but they didn't, so. I mean, it's fine that they didn't, but it's kind of weird to me that they never did do that. But maybe they'll fix that feature. I'm not really sure. But it was fun regardless. I mean, it was just a lot of fun, just experiencing everything. And I'm really glad that I got to play it. Finally, now that I have a Switch, since unfortunately I don't have any other game systems. and that's fine. Oh, also, I forgot to mention my predictions for Kingdom Hearts 4. There's another one. People are saying, oh, it's going to take this long for the game to release. This long, this long, this long. I do not believe that the game is going to take 3 or 4 years to release. I do not believe that, because the game has been in development since Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. They literally knew what they were doing. They went into production right away after 3 was released. You gotta figure Japan already had their game out before we got it in the US anyway. So they were already working on 4. And if 4 wasn't close to being completed, they wouldn't have given us a trailer so soon. And also about that, when it comes to production, they definitely said that there's some stuff still in development, which there is, because they have to transfer it over here in other countries as well. Whenever they do that, the voice acting and all that, they have to redub all that stuff for the general audiences of wherever they're going to be producing the game. So you gotta figure, I'm pretty sure that the game will be released in 2023, which is next year, because, like I said, it's been in development, and because one of their games, which was an in-between type of game deal, is to be released in August 2022. So why would that be released so soon? And then the other mobile phone game, which doesn't have an exact date, but it should be around that same time in 2022. So therefore, I believe 2023 is when the new one will be released. And I really, really hope that they put it on the Switch again, because I don't have another game system, like I said. And it's worked perfectly fine. I hate that people kept complaining about it being on the Switch. I don't understand their complaints there. I understand, oh wow, it's on the cloud, ooh. But the Switch cannot handle those game graphics, so it's fine to me that it's on the cloud, because you're still being able to play the game, and you still technically own it, because you paid for it, so you are indeed the owner of the game. So it doesn't bother me in the slightest that it's on the cloud, and I've thoroughly enjoyed playing it on the cloud. I've had no problems playing it on the cloud. I don't know where people are having problems. I don't know if it's their internet or what their problems are, but I don't have perfect internet here, and it plays perfectly fine for me. Sometimes I'll have some lag. Like, usually I'll have lag in the wee hours of the morning on their end, not my end, but their end. It'll be like, the server is crowded right now at that time, so I can't play it at that time. So usually I can't play it like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, because it usually apparently is when it's most congested. I don't know why that is, but so the best hours to play for me usually is late at night, around 10, 11 o'clock, until like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. That seems to be the good times to play, so don't know why that is, but it seems to work for me for some reason. I mean, I've played it after that too, but I've never had any problems, so I don't know where people are having problems. And plus it's another thing with the community. Why are they just gotta complain about everything? Oh yeah, it's not a physical copy, but who cares? Just be happy you have the game on another system. That's what I say. I'm just happy I get to play it. Because, you know, I waited freaking 5 years more than you guys to play it, because I didn't have any game systems that I could play it on, because I can't afford that stuff, because game systems are not cheap. So it worked fine for me. So I don't know what people are complaining about. So yeah, those are my predictions of how the game is going to go and how it's going to be set. And I can't wait to see if my predictions are correct, because I'm pretty sure that I'm usually 99.9% always right. So I'm excited to see how it all plays down, like I said. And if you guys stayed through this video, thank you so much, because I just had to make a ramble about it because I am sick and tired of seeing all the hate that this game is getting. It's not even released yet, and people are just sitting there bashing it and complaining about graphics, and you would think they'd be happy that the graphics are getting better, but no. And I'm one to complain about graphics because, I mean, I'm not complaining about graphics, but I'm one to complain because, you know, I have OCD and autism, so change is never good for me. But this, I was just so freaking excited and happy. I couldn't even believe it. It was just amazing to me that it even existed. I don't know. It was just so crazy to me. So I was just happy. So I'm thrilled that there is going to be a 4th installment. And I'm so glad I got to make this video. And I hope that you guys stuck by me. And if you did make it to the end, thank you. And please do feel free to comment. What are your thoughts about the 4th game? Like, please no rude comments. I will delete them because I'm tired of, like I said, the community. I don't understand why they're being so ridiculous, and we shouldn't be saying things like that. But I will delete those comments that are rude. But if you guys haven't played Kingdom Hearts, definitely check it out if you're into gaming. But like I said, if you have comments, like, please let me know what you think. Like, what are your predictions for 4? What do you hope to see? What characters do you want to see? What do you think about my predictions? Any theories to add on to those predictions, or etc. You know, I can't wait to see what everybody comes up with. And yeah, I'm just really happy I got to make this video. I'm sorry if it was long, but I had to put that out there because I am just like sick and tired of the negativity. It's just ridiculous to me. And then of course the creator of the game had to make a statement because of all the negativity. So yeah, you know it's bad. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And please, if you're new to this channel, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. It is very much appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.